kanji study specials. We got 12 new kanji coming at you today. If you don't know how this goes, we're going to study 12 new vocabulary words, and for every new kanji we see, we're going to write it down 12 times. And for every new word we see, but know the kanji of, we're still going to write it down, just not as many times, maybe 3 or 4 times, maybe 5 times, depending on how you kind of feel about each kanji and how much you need to memorize them. We got a bunch of new ones in today's list. Kind of a lot, actually. More than usual. Anyway, alright. Let's go ahead and get started. Our first kanji today is shumi. Shumi desu. Shumi. Our first vocabulary word for today is shumi. Shumi is a hobby or a pastime. Can also be a taste, your tastes, your preferences, or to your liking. The second kanji we already know means flavor or taste. And our first kanji this game is brand new. I'm gonna have to write him down a few times. His kunyomi is omomuki. Omomuki is the kunyomi. Our onyomi for this one is shu. As used in this kanji, or in this vocabulary word, this is elegance, grace, charm, or attractive. So your attractive tastes are your hobby or pastimes. They're also your preferences. Articles in this kanji are run on the left side. There's run on the left side, and to take. So to take a run is grace. To run. You can think of animals more taking runs, being graceful. I think humans running kind of doesn't look very graceful. Anyway, so shumi no shu. First kanji of the day. Omomuki. Elegance, grace, together with taste, have preferences for path. Shumi no shu. A run, elegance, or shumi no shu. Shumi no shu. Shu, mi. References. Jimmy. Number 2. Number 2 for today is Neoi. Neoi. Neoi is an odor. Scent. It can also mean an aura or a whiff. This is a brand new kanji today. This means Neoi, waseru. You kind of all the same kunyomi, Neo, and are not. Oh, that's the only reading. The others are nanori, which are used for readings in names, but we're not going to go over those. The kanji itself is fragrant, stink. Fragrant, stink, blow, or insinuate. Articles in this kanji are kind of a backward spoon over a spoon. I like to think of it as a smell of whatever's in a spoon going into a nostril. This is your nostril here. Neoi. Odor, a scent, or a feel. Primary reading. Oh. Neoi is a stink, a scent, a whiff, or an... Number 3. Neoi. Number 3 is rusu. Rusu. We've already studied our first kanji, ru, which is to detain, fasten, halt, or stop, as in ryugakuse. Ryugaku is studying abroad. Ryugakuse is a student studying abroad. Kanji, the second kanji is going to be our new one. And together with ru, to fasten, to detain, means absence. Also mean house sitting. While the house owners are absent, or being left unattended. Also means absent. So rusu is either absent or being left unattended, or house sitting while the house is left absent. The second kanji is a brand new one, which is a roof over a radical for an inch. Roof. Kunyomi for this is mamoru. Kanimori. And onyomi for this are shu. Shu. Also su. And this means to guard. Protect. Defend. So together we have to detain from guarding something means that you're in absence or that it is being left unattended. When you yourself are detained to guard something, then you are house sitting. So there's kind of two meanings to this radical kanji combination, but they both kind of make sense. We're gonna have to just practice our second kanji a few times. Mamoru, mori, shu, or roof over an. Mori. Su. House sit or. Oh. Ni. Mamoru or. This is to house sit or an absence. Number 4. Number 4 is Kembutsu. We've studied both of these kanji before. On the left side, we have seeing or watching. On the right side, we have things or stuff. Kembutsu. Kembutsu means sightseeing or a sightseer. Seeing things or Kembutsu is sightseeing or sightseeing or a sightsee. Sightseeing or a sightseer. Number 5. Number 5 is Gakubu. We've already studied both of these kanji. On the right side we have a section or a division, and on the left side we have studying or learning. Together we have a department of a university. or an undergraduate program. Gakubu. Department of the university. Gakubu. Number 5. Number 6. Tsuyu. Tsuyu desu. Tsuyu is the rainy season. Or rain during the rainy season. Rainy season in Japan is usually during the summer. It might be creeping up a little bit earlier these days. I don't know if anybody just heard, but the sakura blossoms bloomed for the first time or earlier than it has in the last 1,200 years. But tsuyu of tsu, the first kanji, means it's red, ume, kani bai, and means plum. So plum rains, the plum rains are the rainy season. I wonder if that's plum season too. Second kanji we already know. This is rain itself, ame. And this first kanji has a tree next to the ocean. And trees next to everything. Maybe plum trees in the past used to be fairly ubiquitous in Japan. I don't know. But a tree next to everything is a plum tree. Ume or bai. Next to everything. I know that's frustrating since the reading we use in the word is actually tsu, but I think tsuyu came about as kind of a seasonal word and not actually, the kanji followed the word's creation and not the other way around. So you kind of have to finagle. Tsuyu desu. Tsuyu, the rainy season or the rains of the rain. Tsuyu. Number 7. Number 7 is shogakusei. Shogakusei is an elementary school student. A small learning person or small learning life is an elementary school student. We've already learned all these kanji before. This is learning, small, and this is life or birth. Shogakusei. Shogakusei. Is an elementary school student. Number 8. Number 8 is miso. Miso is, miso, fermented condiment. Also be innards, like a crab. Not because it is miso, but because it looks kind of like miso. It could also mean the key point of something. Or a weakling. Weak person. miso. Our second kanji is our only new one. The first one, as we already know from earlier today, is taste. And the second kanji, hyun, kunyomi is kamabisushi. Kamabi. And our onyomi, there are several, is so, okani, cho, ani, so. As used in the word itself. Miso no so. Radicals in this kanji, on the left side we have a mouth, and on the right side we have formerly, or once before. Kamabisushi. Find out what that means. I'll look later. Kamabisushi. Mouth formerly. Maybe formerly it had some taste in the mouth, since taste is in here, but now it doesn't because you fermented it. Likely to give it more taste. I don't know. This is probably going to have to be one of those rote memorization ones. Write it down. Miso no so. Mouth on the left side. 8. Sun is. So. Oshu or so. Ani kamabisushi. Peace. So. So no so. Or the fermented paste. Ribs of a crab that looks like the paste. Or a weakling. Point. Kanji itself means boisterous. Taste being boisterous. Could also be another explanation for miso. Number 9 after miso. Sabishi. Sabishi means lonely, lonesome. Also means solitary or desolate. Kanji is brand new. Let's get out of it. Got a roof over the top with your uncle underneath. A roof over your uncle is lonely or lonesome. Your uncle's probably lonely. Radicals inside uncle are again and almost to walk. Skoshi over ue. Up over a little bit. It's mostly going to have to be rote memorization for what uncle actually is. But a roof over the uncle meaning lonely or lonesome. I mean, I'm an uncle, so I get it. But I don't think that should probably characterize all uncles. Anyway, the reading for this kanji is sabi. Sabi for your kunyomi, and our onyomis are jaku. Ani, seki, or jaku. Sabi, jaku, or seki means loneliness. Quietly or mellow. Roof. Kabi. Kabi. Gaku. Gaku. Sabi shi no sabi. Is lonely or lone. And the kanji itself means pretty much the same thing. Loneliness, quietly, or mellow. Much like our music today. Sabi shi no is lonely or lonesome. Number 10. Number 10 is a kanji on its own. This is Mizuumi. Okani ko. Mizuumi or ko means a lake. This is a lake. You've got water next to an old month. And old months, for whatever reason, or old moons maybe, are barbarians. Water next to an old moon. Water next to old moon is lake altogether. And a water next to a barbarian, which is an old moon itself, is also a lake. Water next to an old moon. Or old water under a moon, I guess. Old water next to Mizuumi or ko. Water next to an old moon. Mizuumi. Old lake. Mizuumi. Mizuumi or ko. Number 11. Number 11 is Shogakko. Shogakko. We've already done Shogakusei, so I'm sure you can guess what Shogakko is. It's a primary school. Or an elementary school. Shogakko. Shogakko. We've already studied all these kanji. This is a school. This is learning. This is small. A small learning school is a primary school or elementary school, or a place where all the kids are small. Shogakko. Is primary school or an elementary. Number 12, and our last one for today, is sama. Used in conversation everywhere, sama, well, especially with spectacles. Sama or yo means a way, a manner, or a situation. Also mean a polite suffix, which is how you'll probably hear it most often. Radicals in this one are a tree on the left side next to a sheep over water. Be next to sheep over water is a way, a manner, or a situation, or a polite suffix. Usually when I'm going to think about this one is a situation that is polite or requires polite. A polite suffix. Usually in formal situations, you use sama either to refer to someone that's of a higher rank than you. You could even call your parents oto-sama if you really want to get on their good side, or if, you know, you've done something bad and want to get back on their good side. Sama desu, or sama, or sama. Sama, or three sheep over water. It could also be used to refer to the Lord, a house, or something. Sama desu. Alright, let's go back and see if we got them all down. Hobby or a pastime is a shumi. Shumi. Shumi desu. Mi is taste. And shu of shumi is... I gotta think about it. Shumi. Elegance or grace. I forgot this one. I'm gonna have to write it down a few more times. Walking. Or running, sorry. Shumi no. Shumi is taking a run. Hobby, a pastime, or your preference. Shumi. And if we get it wrong tomorrow, it'll go back on the list to study again. An odorous scent and or with is Neoi, with nostril having a spoon go into it. Neoi. Neoi desu. Tsukiwa, an absence. House sitting, being left unattended, is be detained. Which is why it means house sitting. It could also mean an absence, as it could mean being detained from guarding someone. Rusu. Hani. Moru. Absence. Sightseeing or a sightseer. Kembutsu. Seeing things. Department of a university is a Gakubu. Rainy season is tsuyu. With our plums. These next to everything. Toyu. Rainy season or rain during that season. Shogakuse is an elementary school student. Is an elementary school student. Miso, or fermented condiment, is mi for taste. And soul for boisterous with the mouth. Article I haven't seen before. There's some miso. Number 9 is lonely, lonesome, solitary, or desolate with our sad uncle. Sabishi. Tsuki wa lake. Mizu umi or ko is water next to old Mizu umi or ko. Tsuki wa shogakko with little learning. Shogakko for shogakko. Mizu umi to shogakko. And our last one for today is sama. Way or man. Sama desu. Sama. Shogakko, mizu-umi or ko. Sabishii. Miso. Shogakusei. Tsuyu. Gakubu. Kembutsu. Rusu. Neoi. And Shumi. Thanks for checking in with me today, guys. I hope you have a wonderful Friday tomorrow, and I will see you then. どうもありがとうございました。バイ